Welcome to another C programming tutorial. In this video, we will discuss about the logical operators in C language. In C programming language, we have the logical AND operator, logical OR operator, and logical NOT operator. Now let us see what do they do and how we can use them. The logical AND operator is denoted by two ampersand symbols. So here we will have a left hand side and a right hand side. In the left hand side and in the right hand side, we will have expressions or conditions which will be evaluated and they will produce 0 or non-zero values which are equivalent to false or true. If you remember, in C programming language, 0 is considered as false and non-zero value is considered as true. So what this logical AND operator does is it returns true or false. In other words, 0 or non-zero value, which is generally equal to 1. When both of the operands, that is left hand side and right hand side, both are equivalent to true, the logical AND operator produces true. In all other scenarios, it produces false. For example, if I use a variable, let's call it as result, and if I write true and true, the logical AND operator that I have here, it will produce a result of true. If I take the cursor on this logical AND operator, we can see the IntelliSense is highlighting and it is displaying 1. If I change any one of the value to false, that is 0, then if I take the cursor on this logical AND operator, the IntelliSense says the result of this operation is 0. So if both the sides are true, the logical AND operator produces a result of true. In other cases, it produces false. Here, for the simplicity, I'm using true and false. We will have complex expressions in the left hand side and right hand side. We will discuss about that later. Now the next operator is the logical OR operator, which is denoted by these two straight line like symbols. Again here, for this logical OR operator, we will have a left hand side and a right hand side. Again, for the left hand side and right hand side, we will have the expressions or conditions. They will be evaluated and they will produce a value which is equivalent to 0 or non-zero value. In other words, false or true. And then the logical OR operator produces a result. If both of the operands, that is, if both the sides are false, then this logical OR operator produces false. In all other scenarios, it produces true. For example, here I have true in the left hand side, false in the right hand side. Since one side is true, it produces a result of true, which is equivalent to non-zero value, which is generally 1. For example, here the IntelliSense is highlighting it is 1. If both the sides are true, then again it produces a result of true. If both the sides are false, then only the logical OR operator produces a result of false. So in the logical AND operator, if both the sides are true, then only it produces true. In all other scenarios, the logical AND operator produces false. But in logical OR operator, if both the sides are false, then only it produces false. In all other scenarios, it produces true. The next operator that we have is the logical NOT operator, which is denoted by this particular symbol. So what it does is, if any expression is evaluating and if it is producing a value, then if we want to flip that, then we use this logical NOT operator. What I mean by that is, if we write not true, it means false. Why? We have true here, which is, let us say a condition is evaluated and it is producing a value which is equivalent to true, that is a non-zero value. Since we have not here, along with that, it will become false. So if I take the cursor on this not symbol, we can see the result is 0, which is equivalent to false. If I have, let us say, not false here, something like this, then if I take the cursor, we can see the result is 1, which means true. So the logical AND operator and the logical OR operator, they will take two operands, but the logical NOT operator, it works on only one operand. Now the next thing is, let us see some examples. Now till now, in this tutorial, for the simplicity, I have used true and false. In real world programming, we will generally have the conditions. we will be using the relational operators and the variables in order to form the conditions. For example, let us say we want to write a program where we want to hire people based on their age. Let us say we have a variable called as age of type integer, and I have some value of the user. Now, what if I want to write a condition which will tell me whether I can hire this person or not based on the age, depending on some criteria. Let us say my criteria is the user's age should be greater than 18 and it should be less than 60. So in that scenario only, I can hire this person. So what is the advantage of this logical operator? Let's think about that. In the previous tutorial, we have seen that we can use the relational operators in order to form the conditions. For example, if my criteria is the user's age has to be greater than 18, then I can write something like this: age greater than 18. Okay, this is valid, but my criteria also involves another condition. And in this scenario, for me, both of the conditions has to be true. Means age has to be greater than 18 and the age value should be less than, let us say, 60. Okay, in this scenario only I can hire this person. So this operation that I have written here, it will produce a value because of this logical AND operator. So what I can do is I can store that result in a variable. Let us say bool can hire. Okay, now let us say in order to hire this person for the job, this is the criteria that I have. User's age has to be greater than 18 and his age should be less than 60. Now here we are using the logical AND operator. We have a left hand side and we have a right hand side. Now what we can do is we can use the parentheses and we can group the calculations together so that a programmer reading this code can easily understand what we are doing here. For example, now I can clearly understand we have the logical AND operator. This is the left hand side and this is the right hand side. Now this is a simple condition. If our program requires, then we can have multiple logical operators tied together. For example, this particular condition that I have written, maybe this is just the left hand side of another logical AND operator, or it can be the left hand side of another logical OR operator, or it may be part of a logical NOT operator. Depending on our program's need, we can write this. Let us say this particular statement is just the left hand side of this particular logical AND operator. Then again, what I can do, I can use the parentheses and I can group the calculations together so that we can clearly understand what exactly we are trying to do. For example, right now, by looking at this code, I can say for this particular AND operator, this is the left hand side and this is the right hand side. For this particular logical AND operator, this is the left hand side and we may have a right hand side. Now again, as I said before, we just don't have to use only logical AND operator. It can be a combination of logical AND, logical or logical NOT. So depending on our programming need, we can write it the way we want. Okay. The next thing is, let us see an example for using the logical OR operator. Now here, what I have written for this can hire condition is the user's age has to be between this particular range. I can do the same thing by saying if the user's age falls between these values, then I don't want him. For example, what I can do is I can write bool can't hire equal to, and now I will use the logical OR operator in order to write the same condition. So the first condition, in order for me to can't hire that person, is maybe the user's age is less than or equal to 18. So we will have age value less than or equal to 18. Or maybe the user's age is greater than or equal to 60. Okay. So again here we can use the parentheses to group the calculations that we are doing. Now, since I'm using the logical AND operator here, I have to write the condition like this. But if I want to use the logical OR operator, then I can write the condition like this. Okay. Then what we can do, we can use a printf statement and we can display the result. So let's use the printf, and here I'm going to say can hire : %d, a new line, and then I will refer the can hire, and then I will copy and paste, and this time we will change this one to can't hire. Okay, so now if I run this program, we can see can hire 1, can't hire 0. So now here, can I hire this person? 1, which means yes or true. Then can't hire, whether it is true or false. In this case, false, because we can hire this person. His age is within the criteria. If I change the age to, let us say, 13, and if I run this, now we can see, can I hire this person? 0, false, no. Can't hire, again true. That means the user's age is not according to the criteria. Now the next thing that we're gonna see is the logical not operator. Now what I want to do is, let us say I want to flip the value of this can hire. For example, here let us say bool status equal to not can hire. For some reason, if I want to do this, then I can do it like this. So here I can use the printf, and I can also display the status. Now here, just to show you guys this, I'm writing the code like this, but when we write the proper programs, there will be meaningful conditions. Here, just for the example purpose, I'm doing all these things. Now here, one thing that we have to understand with this logical not operator is, in this particular case, it is not changing the value of this can hire. It will contain whatever the value it was produced here. We are storing the result of this in a separate variable. So the logical not operator will not change the value of the variable. That is one thing that you have to understand. If I run this, we can see can hire is containing 0, but status is containing 1, because we have used the logical not operator in order to produce a value which is opposite of can hire. Okay, so now here I want you guys to experiment with this code, try to form different conditions and practice. So in the upcoming tutorials, we will be forming, we will be creating more conditions, and at that time, you will understand it, in much more clear way. But right now you have to practice different things. So this is it guys for this particular video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later in the next one.